Good morning, children. Today is 5th of December. Now, thought of the week is same. Work hard in silence. Let success make the noise. Children, you all know that we have started chapter 7 variation, and in the first part of it we have completed practice set 7.2, where we have seen direct variation examples and inverse variation examples. But in practice set 7.2, I told you that fifth question and sixth question is your self-study question, which you have to practice at home. If you are not understanding that question, I will send you the photocopy of that solved both fifth and sixth example with this video. Okay, and then we will start now the next topic: time, work and speed. This is the last topic of this chapter, and it is very important, children, as direct and inverse variation is also important. Same way, time, work and speed also is very important. So what type of examples we include in time, work and speed? Let us discuss some examples which were related to the number of workers and time taken to finish the work are of inverse variation. Okay, so we'll see here there are some examples which are related to number of workers and time taken to finish the type of work. So work is there, time is there, and at what speed they complete the work, that also is there. So this type of sums are included in inverse variation. Let us see. Similarly, there are some examples which were related to time taken to cover a distance by a vehicle. Distance covered by a vehicle, that is also a work, and time is included in that. And so distance by a vehicle and its uniform speed, means here speed is also given. So such type of example covers these three terms: time, work and speed. And now such examples of variation are the examples related to time, work and speed. So keep in mind these 3 points. You will get to know that how the examples are given about time, work and speed. Now let us see how to solve such examples of variation. Such type of examples are given in your textbook. So let's see. 15 women finished the work of harvesting a groundnut crop in 8 days. Find the number of women if the same job is to be completed in 6 days. Children, in earlier part, in our in inverse variation and direct variation, some tables were given. Here also you can make the tables, but simply you can mention the number of days here, and in this way also we can solve the sums. So here we have to mention the number of days which are required to finish a job is inversely proportional to the number of women employed. Why it is inversely proportional? See here, number of women are 15 and the time required to harvest, that is 8 days. Okay, and then what is asked? Find the number of women if the same job is to be completed in 6 days. See here, number of days are less. Okay, and number of women we have to find. First, number of women are 15 and days required are 8 and then 6 days. So number of days are less. So here such type of examples are inversely proportional. Okay, inverse variation. So number of days required to finish a job is inversely proportional to the number of women employed. Such type of statement you have to write. So let the number of days be D and number of women be N. So here in a symbolic representation, what you will write? D varies inversely with N. So product of these two quantities, D multiplied by N, is equal to K, where K is constant of variation. Now substitute the value for N and D. N is number of women, that is N is equal to 15, and then D means days. Okay, number of days. So D is equal to 8. Therefore K is equal to D multiplied by N, which is equal to 15 multiplied by 8 is 120. That means K is equal to 120. Okay, now we will put the condition. When D is equal to 6, then N is equal to what? That means number of women. How many number of women will require to do the same job in 6 days? So again put the equation d into n is equal to k. Therefore d into n is 120 because k is constant of variation is 120. And now we will put the number of days also. So 6 into n is equal to 120. That means n is equal to 120 divided by 6 means 20. So therefore 20 women should be employed to finish the work in 6 days. Such type of examples are time, work and speed. Okay. Let us see the next example. Example 2. Here a vehicle running at a speed of 48 km per hour. Okay. Means in 1 hour the vehicle runs how much distance? 48 km. But the speed is given as 48 km per hour. It takes 6 hours to complete the journey. Okay. How much time will be taken to complete the journey if its speed is 72 km? Means here you have to find the time and speed is given. So speed is increased here. First the speed is 48 km per hour. Then the speed is increasing as 72 km per hour. Okay. So let the speed of vehicle be s. We'll give the names, letters. Let the speed of vehicle be s and time taken to travel be t. Okay. So there is an inverse variation between speed and time. Speed is given as first earlier it is 48 km per hour. Then the speed is increasing here. So 72 km per hour. So the time and speed is variation here. So this is an example of inverse variation. So symbol s is inversely proportional to t. That means s varies inversely with t. Therefore s multiplied by t is equal to k, where k is constant. So k is equal to s into t. Put the values for s and t. What is s? S means speed. So earlier speed is 48 km per hour and then t means time, that is 6 hours. So 48 into 6 is 288. Therefore k is equal to 288. Therefore the equation of variation is s into t is equal to k. K means 288. Now substitute the value again. When s is equal to 72, s means what? Speed. So speed is asked. Here see speed is given as 72 km per hour and time is asked. So when s is equal to 72, then t is equal to what? That is question mark. So again put the equation s into t is equal to k, where k is 288. Already we had find. So now put the value for s also. So 72 into t is equal to 288. So therefore t is equal to what? 288 upon 72, which is equal to 4. Therefore t is equal to what? 4. So in this way we get the answer as how much time will be taken to complete the journey? Time taken to travel the same distance at the speed of 72 km per hour is 4 hours. Okay. So time we have found now 4 hours. Okay. Now we'll see the next part. That is practice set 7.3. So as we have finished those two examples, you must have understood those two examples. In that way only you have to solve another questions of practice set 7.3. This question where you have to use the which type of statement is given here. Which of the following statements are of inverse variation and which are of direct variation? Let's see. Number of workers on a job and time taken by them to complete the job. Okay. So it is a case of inverse variation. Why? If a particular job you have to do in a particular time and number of workers, how many number of workers are needed? As you get the number of workers more to do the same job, time required will be less, and if the number of workers are less to do that job, time required will be more. So in such type the case is inverse variation. Number of pipes of same size to fill a tank, water tank, and the time taken by them to fill the tank. This also is the case of inverse variation. Okay. Now petrol filled in a tank of a vehicle and its cost. So if you fill the petrol in the tank of your vehicle 1 liter or 2 liter, so the cost will also vary. This means it is an example of direct variation. area of circle and its radius. As you will increase the radius, the area of circle will also increase. So it is a case of direct variation. This was your first question now. Okay, 7.3 first question is over. So now 7.3 question number 2. Okay, then if 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours, how many workers will be required to do the same work in 30 hours? Children will do this question in the next video.